What's up, guys? It's your boy Joe, Mock Draft 2.0. What is up? So the Baltimore Ravens heading into this draft, man. I'm telling you, this defense has really, improved. Many people panicked earlier in the season, earlier in the off season, but I'm telling you, it was no worry. That's what I've been trying to say. Najee we trust. It was no worry. They just signed Rolando McClain from the Raiders, the former first-round pick, the Beast. And people question his integrity and question his talent, but there's no doubt the kind of talent he's bringing in the spot of Ray Lewis. He's not going to fill Ray Lewis's shoes, but he's going to fill that void. He's going to play like a Baltimore Raven, like a beast, and that's what I expect out of RM here in Baltimore. Not to mention Elvis Dumerville. He cannot wait to get on the field, man. He's going to come to the voluntary workouts. He's so excited. Cole Marcus Spears, he was excited to be a Baltimore Raven. Chris Chanty, he brings that leadership. Michael Huff, of course, our defense. T. Sizzle to Haloti Nada. Cody, he wants to be Mount Cody again, and then, of course, what we do in the draft. And it gives some leverage. It does give a lot of leverage for Baltimore signing RM this past week to a one-year deal. And, you never know, it might be extended, depending on how he's playing. A lot of our young players are really wanting to get out of there. One of them being Albert. He wants to get up out of the, kind of the deeps of the Baltimore roster and make himself known for the Baltimore Ravens. And I really am excited about this defense. In my opinion, man, you talk about the 49ers, you talk about this and this and this and this and this. Baltimore, I think, has the opportunity to be the best in the league this year, man. And right now, I don't see the Steelers, Bengals, or Browns being in competition. They're always tough teams. Just what I'm saying. But anyway, the draft. The draft is what we're here to talk about. Before we do, I want to let everybody know the schedule was supposed to come out this Tuesday. Apparently, it's been pushed back. I'm not sure when it's going to be released. If I'm working, I'll put the video up, even though you already know. I'll put the video up later that evening. If not, I'll put it up when the schedule comes out. I'm hoping that we open up against the Broncos, so I can't wait to see what happens there. Anyway, this is your boy Joe's Mock Draft 2.0, and we'll get to that in a minute. Mock Draft 1.0, as you know, was done 2 weeks ago. Had Baltimore taken Arthur Brown in the first round. In the second round, I had them taking Marquise Goodwin. And in the third round, I had them taking Jordan Reed, the tight end. So this week, it's changed. The positions, not too much, but it's changed. And that's always indicative to a Mock Draft 2.0. And Mock Draft 3.0, which will be April the 21st, the final time we put the Ravens on the clock this year, the final path to the draft video, that'll be the last one. That'll probably change as well, maybe even positions. I don't expect Baltimore to get all three of these guys, even if one. Mock drafts are always fun to do. So, without further ado, here we go, Mock Draft 2.0. Here we go. In the first round, the Baltimore Ravens select Kasim Green, linebacker, Rutgers. Now, Baltimore signed a lot of defensive players, so maybe they go offense here, maybe they go safety here, maybe they go offensive line. You never know what he's going to do, but I think you just can't pass up on Kasim Green. Now, he is more of a second-round pick, but it's not going to hurt getting him, in this late first round, right next to the second round. The talent this young man brings to your football team. Now, you're signing these veterans that are not going to be around for years to come. This man will. The talent he brings to this football team is just so amazing. He's underestimated, and I think he's a gem in the rocks. He hits like a freight train, like a freaking bulldozer. Not to mention that blazing straight line speed. As soon as the snap, he's after the quarterback, after the runner, trying to wrap up the QB, trying to wrap up the runner, and bring them to the ground. He loves to force fumbles. He's a vocal leader. He just loves to be the aggressive pass rusher, the young aggressive pass rusher Baltimore needs. Now, we have a lot of them on our team right now, and we can utilize them all in a different way, but I think bringing Kasim Green here is definitely, definitely top notch. Definitely going to help this team out even more, make this defense over the top. You got a man now that can tackle. He's got good footwork. He's got some blazing speed. He'll chase a quarterback down the field just to get to him if you have a mobile quarterback, which Baltimore did struggle with last year a couple times. So definitely Kasim Green from Rutgers. He's a Rutgers guy. He's leadership there. A lot of skill on him. I think Baltimore grabs him up. Everybody's saying Kevin Minster, Mentai Te'o. There's a couple guys out there, and I think if they're available, if Baltimore likes them, they'll get them, but I don't think they're going to be available. I think that, even from Arthur Brown to Manti Te'o to Kasim Green, I think these players are going to be snatched up maybe before Baltimore picks, and even if they do, it never hurts to look at a guy like Kasim Green from Rutgers just because of the talent. I think he boasts and underestimated talent at that. Second round, the Baltimore Ravens select Bakari Rambo, safety, Georgia. They get their young safety here, but they get a versatile football player you can utilize in many ways. You know, kind of reminds me of a Bernard Polling in the safety kind of way. Now, he can play corner, he can play safety, he can be on the blitz at times. He's aggressive, can get a little too aggressive at times, but he's a hard hitter. Loves to get after the receiver, loves to mess up the quarterback options. He can be a ball hog too. He wants to come to a team where he can be that ball hog, a pro football player to possibly be a Pro Bowl. He's showing a lot of talent. The young man shows a lot of talent, promising talent. And a ball hog on this team, you know, we have one of those. What was his name? That's, of course, Ed Reed. To bring him into Ed Reed's spot, to work with the veteran Michael Huff, man, I think it'd be definitely a big up for Baltimore. He can snatch the ball out the air. He's got some pretty good hands. One thing he needs to work on is bringing it back, maybe for the pick six. He struggles with that at times. He's got some good speed, some good height on him, but struggles sometimes. Seems to get a little confused when he snatches the ball out there, where to go, and especially in the NFL can be a little challenging. So definitely, Bakari Rambo, bring him into Baltimore, bring the ball hog to Baltimore. The possibility of being that ball hog that Baltimore, you know, truly always wants. To mess up the receiver, to mess up the quarterback option. Quarterback's on, you know, trying to throw to the left. Well, here comes Bakari Rambo. He just messed up that running route. He just messed up that passing lane. And I really honestly think he would help this team out 10 times more, working alongside a veteran. So Bakari Rambo in the second round. Third round, the Baltimore Ravens select Stedman Bailey, receiver, Virginia, West Virginia. This is not Tavon Alston, but this man boasts some underestimated talent. He is not going to be your ultimate deep threat, but it kind of reminds me of an Aaron Hernandez in a wide receiver sense. He can be your go-to man in the end zone, in the red zone. He loves to get the touchdowns, and the way this boy snatches the ball out the air is incredible. He's got some incredible hands on him. Now, he's got some good speed, some good straight line speed. He's not blazing. He's not going to burn you on a deep route. He can be a deep man at times, but just the way he leaps up and grabs the ball out the air and grabs it from the defense. I mean, it's crazy. You know, 1 minute you think you're going for a pick six. Now, Stedman Bailey's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. And definitely some good footwork on the young man. Definitely he will fight for that extra yardage, and I really honestly think that this guy could be Baltimore's next man up for Anquan Bolden. He works well with Torrey Smith, Jacoby Jones, and will complement Joe Flacco very well. Again, no Tavon Alston. You know, he's not a Marquise Goodwin. He's not a Roderick, but this guy can play football, and I think coming from West Virginia, learning that scheme with Geno Smith, wasn't utilized too much, again, in the passing attack, but he's played his share of football. He's played his share of how to do things, so I think Baltimore grabs him up in the third round. Let's go over it one more time. In the first round, Baltimore takes linebacker Kasim Green from Rutgers. In the second round, the Baltimore Ravens take Bakari Rambo, the safety out of Georgia. In the third round, the Baltimore Ravens take Stedman Bailey, wide receiver, West Virginia.